Hello Warfighters, Warriors, Hal. Welcome to the next episode of Arma 3 gameplay. This is going to be our alternate history scenario coming out of 2007 where the US and UK have gone to war against Iran. Last week we saw the intermission, which kind of explained everything that has gone on up to this point and kind of introduced some things to expect here in the second half. And this particular mission is going to be one of those things that we ended up talking about. There's not necessarily going to be a briefing like what you're accustomed to, mostly because this is not taking place in Iran. This particular mission is taking place in Afghanistan. Because of the slow advance of the US and UK and other forces into Iran, due to a couple reasons. I mean, you've got terrain that is a real difficult thing to try and navigate through. You've also got low numbers of personnel available to move into Iran when you consider what's going on in Iraq and Afghanistan at the time. And so with that slow progress, Iran has been doing everything they can to support forces in Afghanistan and Iraq that could basically bog down the US and UK forces even more than they already are. So this episode, we're basically going to be exploring that. Now I'm going to be moving up here to talk to Masood, our ANA attaché here, but he's going to be talking to this local person, hopefully trying to get some additional information on what the Taliban has been doing in this area. What we've seen over the past few weeks, and this has been taking place all across Afghanistan, is not only has the level of sophistication in the attacks of the Taliban have increased, but the kind of weaponry that they have has been a factor. And it looks like our convoy is under attack. That RPG ended up hitting that Humvee. Now, fortunately, it was able to somewhat withstand the blast, so maybe it hit nearby. But it'd be nice to see it's heavily damaged. Sounded like that the RPG fire came from this direction. I'm going to use this Humvee's engine block for cover as I kind of set up here in a defensive position. Yep, there's somebody. Now on top of the Humvees, obviously we've got the turrets that are there. And so as these forces are starting to push in, they're going to have to do the most amount of work of repelling this assault. And obviously we don't know how many of the Taliban are operating around here or how many are going to be pushing up for this attack. I mean, it might be just a quick hit and run, you know, one RPG round. Nope, there is more coming in. And from the sound of it, oh wow, I was going to say, it sounded like there was quite a bit of them, but looking at it, there's 4 guys right there that try to come up and over, and they got taken out pretty quick. You know, they might be able to throw more at us, but honestly, if they end up taking down some of the guys that we've got on top of the turrets, it's really going to change, I think, how this engagement is going to go. There we go. I've been taking some of them out. Ah, now this guy I can't see. And I can't spot where his tracers are coming from. Oh, there he is. Yeah, everybody's opening up on him. Already gone through 1 mag. Wow. Went through that faster than I thought I was going to. Oh, he's lighting up the rock. No, just kidding. There's got to be somebody behind it. Yeah, I can see the top of an RPG sticking up behind the hill. It's just a small window of opportunity to be able to engage these guys. You just, you know, I might spot their head or something like that, but this guy I got to try and take out. I don't know if that got him or maybe it was one of the turret gunners who took him down. I was just worried with another RPG round coming in the middle of this, it wouldn't be good. We might be the closest vehicle to where the Taliban's coming up from, and an RPG round might find this vehicle. I grabbed some additional ammo, as you saw, just going through that first mag as quickly as I did. Maybe just think I should grab some ammunition while I can. You know, if I start to see more of the people in this convoy end up getting hit, then I don't want to be in a position where I'm like frantically trying to get ammunition while under heavy fire. Oh, another RPG round. Where did that one hit? Oh, we gotta take him down. Okay, good. That hit the vehicle off to my right. Like, not the one I'm resting my weapon on, but the one I think towards the end of this convoy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to end up moving back here One of the things that we've also had going on in the town is there's another group of soldiers who was also trying to get information from some other people. And so they've ended up having to fall back to a wall. So I'm going to try and help support them. What we might have to do with the amount of damage that convoy that you just saw had taken, we're probably going to have to extract via helicopter rather than trying to take some of those vehicles out of here. Dang it, they're getting just hammered right now. That's another RPG coming their way. They destroyed one of the vehicles. I hope those guys can end up falling back. I mean, if they end up being overrun, they can start falling back to this particular wall that I'm headed to right now as well. That destroyed tank up ahead. Once I get to that position, I should be able to look down. But yeah, it looks like they're starting to fall back right now. They're going to be linking up with me. We'll get them set up on various positions around this area too. Because if this force is even larger than what we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if they start pursuing us and start coming this way. Gosh, that might be 3 out of 4 of those vehicles being heavily damaged. All right, here we go. We've got a medic, we've got a squad leader in the back, and a lot of the guys are just up against this wall. Now, we are trying to face a few different directions. Oh, yeah, they're coming up on us. All right, just going to move down the line, see what we've got, and see if there's a good position for me. Looks like it's basically the whole squad, but there's a couple of the guys that are coming back. We'll kind of put them in the rear. And then we'll kind of have them just watch behind us. But this line here is going to be our main defensive point as the Taliban continues to push through. Just trying to listen to see what might be going on here. Oh, we've got somebody 75 meters in front of us, or a few of them. Oh, we've got an A-10 in the air too that's going to be covering us. That is probably going to be a lifesaver at some point. If we have a hard time repelling this attack, we're going to have to call in just some close strikes on our position. Fight's still going on over there. I'm just not hearing any fire from the vehicles. Well, now things have gone quiet too. Just trying to scan the area, see what I can find. If they are going to be coming from any direction, you know, it's going to be this way, and I think they're going to come around the same direction or the same route that we took. Oh, they're calling in artillery up there. Oh, yep. I called it, right around the corner of those buildings. So if they keep coming this way, it should kind of funnel them into a small area that we can then take out a large number of them.
100 meters, right.
I think I got all of them. It's tough to be able to see through all of this brush, but just the little glimpses that I could see of them, that's what I'm going to be trying to engage. Oh, someone threw white smoke. Come on, keep coming around that corner. Dang it, gotta reload. We've got other guys that are opening up on them. There we go. That one was really tough. I really had no idea where he was that time. See, if we keep them funneled like this, I don't think we're going to really have too much of a problem. Oh, he's getting back up. I was going to say, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem holding this position. And one of the things that we could do too... Oh, we've got guys coming from a longer ways off. I might have to just kind of fire blindly through that brush if I can't see anything. I'm going to try and reposition here farther to the right, see if this part of the wall gives me any more. One of the things that's going to be important for this mission and for this next part is we've got a radio man right here. Now, he's going to be able to coordinate airstrikes, artillery, things like that as the Taliban continue to push up on this position. And that, as I mentioned earlier when we saw that A-10, that could be the difference here between how this mission ends up going. So it is absolutely important that we try and keep him alive, because if he does go down, gonna receive the penalty of not having any type of support here at all. Gonna throw that red smoke. Maybe, just maybe, that will cause a gun run, or already on that position. I think the guy is down that we were spotting right there. There we go. There's that arty round coming in that I was hoping to see. Though it did end up, and I don't know how, but I end up getting hit in the leg despite the fact I am behind a stone wall and also a bunch of ground here too. Okay, this will probably slow him up here a little bit. This artillery fire, it's probably going to cause him to fall back, regroup, and maybe try again. I mean, they've got to know that as they push up on us, the closer that they get, the less likely we're going to be able to call in this type of artillery, but we're dropping this basically right on top of our position. This is why it's important to keep this radio man up and alive. Okay, we've got a little bit of a pause in the fighting, though I don't think it's going to last for too long. I mean, they definitely have the ability to cause a lot of problems for us. We've got our first casualty. All right, got his dog tag. Now, he was an AR, so I don't have much that I can grab off of him to be able to help out with this, but I'll try and ban this position for a little bit. Dang it, those guys are still pretty close. Gonna throw another frag. I don't know, I just don't like being right there at that corner. Seeing that a lot of the fires come that way, I don't think that's the best. Anyway, we've got more artillery that's gonna be coming in here. Just trying to cover this position. These guys have been pretty busy. You heard earlier, too, that they were dropping some rounds that was near that convoy's position. But I don't think that that was necessarily enough to be able to stop the Taliban's advance there. Oh, we've got an RPG now going up over our heads. Just got to try and stay down here and find out where that's coming from. There he is. Yep, they're pushing up this way. This time they're going a little bit farther to the right, I think, because I wasn't able to cover that corner. A lot of them were actually able to sneak through. Okay, once again, gonna try and find a good position. Oh, he's already out of ammunition. He's having to go with his pistol. More guys around here. Oh, so lucky. I don't know if he was trying to throw a grenade or something like that. Ended up dropping it, but he was definitely within range. He could have thrown that up over the wall. Oh, thank you. A-10 coming in. Once again, I think we have a little bit of a break here. All right, so we now have the helo on the way. This is going to be huge for us. All it has to do is land, pick us up, and we'll be able to get out of here. But with the increase in weaponry, the Taliban are going to be able to take down that helicopter, and they do. So this really puts a wrench into what we were going to try and do here, what we've been fighting for. I mean, this was going to be our LZ. Let's try and get into that helo real quick and get out of here. But now we're going to have to try and come up with a plan B seeing that it is going to be very risky to bring another helo in here, knowing that we've got AA. Ah, dang it, they're still coming. You know, them taking down that helo probably really reinvigorated their will to fight here, despite taking heavy casualties already. Get that guy still up. Yeah, we've got more guys coming up in front. Okay, A-10 is going to have to try and help us out here, at least stay flying overhead. I just hope it doesn't get to the point here where he runs out of fuel or anything and has to get out of here, especially knowing that we don't have an easy way out of this. Yeah, they're really pushing harder this time. Gosh, there's been a bunch of them already. I don't know how many more we're going to have to go up against. Oh, dang it, gotta reload again. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, though, for our plan. We're going to try and get to this forward operating base. So we're going to have to disengage from the Taliban forces that are here and start proceeding onwards. So we've been able to disengage. It's going to be a long way for us to go. I mean, what we're looking at here is over a click. Okay, A-10 did have to pull out, but it looks like we've got some other fighters here that are going to be providing cover for us. Remember, if that radio man goes down, we're going to lose our ability to communicate with those pilots and also the artillery. We're going to have no cover moving back. I'm going to have to try and be as strategic as we can, just kind of moving through this area. As you can see, there is a lot of open terrain that we're going to have to cover. We might be able to use some of these rocks, and then it looks like we've got some fields with some stuff growing in it that might be able to provide us some cover too. But I've got my guys moving up. I was trying to cover them. An artillery barrage on that position that we were at. Okay. Let's get everybody going and start moving in the direction that we need to go to try and get to that forward operating base. I am really, really tense right now and nervous just knowing that we are out in the open with little to no cover. And so if they start coming around from behind us, they'll be able to get a good shot. But at the same time, we don't know where else there might be where else they might be operating around here. I'm just waiting for them to pop up out of nowhere. See, this is what I was talking about with some of the fields. With this wheat, we might be able to go prone and have them lose sight of us. So that's why I'm wanting to try and go through here, is there might be some cover. We've also got some rocks in front of us on a hill. Oh, we're being engaged. They're also in the field. I'm going to try and keep moving. Now, I'm not going to be able to spot them. We've got grenades that are going off over there, which is helpful. But once they kind of pop up, I think that's what's going to be the best thing for me to kind of be on the lookout for and know where to engage them at. But I'm still going to try and keep moving. All right, there's another one down. Things have gotten quiet. Got to keep moving. I'm going to send them up to that hill with the rocks. That should give us a pretty good vantage point over that field. And it might let me be able to see a little bit more of what is in front of me. Yep, not taking any more fire. We're good to keep moving. Now we've got some of our guys, remember, who have run out of ammunition. That's why they're kind of running around with the pistols out. That's all that they've got ammunition for now. Oh, yep. Somebody over there off to the right. So it looks like they were moving a little bit right to left. Is there more around here? I just don't feel like I can stay in one position for too long. I really feel like I gotta get moving. I just don't want to walk into a trap, though, or something. Okay, that already is neutralizing the enemy forces, or at least they're hitting the positions where we had seen them earlier. So I'm feeling pretty good that our rear is covered. Still not spotting these guys, and it's worrying me. You know what? Let's just get moving. We're going to move them up to the next rock formation. I'm going to be moving with them. I could just move a little bit at a time, but I'd rather we just all move together, knowing that speed is going to be the key. Bounding would be the best way to go about this, or at least the safest way. But, oh, I'm hearing some jets. Show of force. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we made it to this point. Nobody else around here. Let's try and go up to the next point again. Trying to find a good spot to go to. We're going to go right there. That's not too far. Surprised we've only seen one patrol. You know, in that, or two patrols actually. We had that wheat field and then that little engagement not that long ago. But they can easily track where we are, or at least have a good indication of where we're heading to. I mean, it's got to be pretty clear we're heading in the direction of the forward operating base. So as we continue pushing this way, we might come across some stiffer resistance, as they're going to try to do everything they can to prevent us from getting to safety. But we're going to keep pressing on, though. Just going to be moving a little bit at a time, but again, as quickly as we can. All right. Progress has been good. I don't think we've taken any casualties, too, since we ended up leaving that previous position, which is something I'm pretty surprised with. Oh, we're taking some pretty heavy fire off from the right. Oh, A10? He's back. Oh, that's awesome. I don't think I would have spotted that. So him taking out that vehicle for us, it's huge. But I'm seeing some movement up over there. At least I thought I saw somebody's head moving behind that hill. With that vehicle cooking off, though, he might be causing some damage up there. Just keep everybody moving. But I'm going to be watching that area in case anybody does pop up. Looks like they're moving up a little cautiously as well. All right, let's just get moving. That might have been the only thing that's up there that's a real threat. The bigger or the more distance that we could put between us and them, I think will be pretty helpful. Oh, they're starting to engage again. Oh, a technical. Oh, once again, we are saved. Air power, thank you. Where's this infantry moving up at? Oh, here's another person. Nice, that was the Harriers, actually. Okay. Again, can't stay too long, but... Are they engaging somebody off over to the right? Yep, they definitely are. Good thing I'm hiding behind this rock. That would have hurt pretty bad. Is that them over at that white smoke? Yes. We've got the advantage at range. I think that guy might be trying to get out of here. Alright, you know what? Let's just let him go. We're being hit in a couple different directions right now, so I don't want to get Get pinned down. Okay, we've got some guys that are patching up here. Once they're done, let's get moving. Like I said, I just really don't want to be here for too long. We've been hit on two sides. There could be more forces that are going to push up on us the longer that we wait here. So let's get everybody moving over here. We'll regroup. Yeah, that really could have been a disaster over there where those vehicles were. Just set up right to hit us at a position it'd be difficult for us to spot. So I'm still feeling pretty lucky we're in the condition that we are right now. All right, once everybody is up on me, we're going to keep going. But more and more Taliban we've already been able to see are kind of pushing through here. You know, the presence, as I mentioned, is going to be increasing as we keep moving forward. But here's another opportunity for us to maybe have some cover, is these flowers, this field that I'm in. I think if I go prone once again, we could lose sight of the enemy, but... Oh, there's somebody up there in that building. I could barely spot him, but he's down. Gosh, that static MG. If we didn't take him out quickly, he also would have been able to just down all of us. So you can see what I mean as far as their level of like intelligence on where we are. Their tactics have increased. The type of weapons that they can use is better than what we've gone up against before. So this has been a real challenge. And this is happening all across the country, too, in this scenario. So when I mentioned us being bogged down, I mean, you can see why it's becoming even more and more of a problem with Iran's open support for these forces. Gosh, this is actually a pretty cool part of the map. So now we've gotten word that the forward operating base has set up some forces that are on the road outside of it, which is going to be helpful for us because basically what this means is that to be able to get some protection, we don't have to go necessarily into the forward operating base. They can provide us some cover from a ways out, which I think is going to be helpful for us. And that really, I think, should shorten the amount of distance that we have to go before we're going to be in a position where I feel like we're going to be able to get out of this in one piece. Now I'm watching the town thinking that we might have some more forces kind of pouring out of there, but getting an indication that we've got enemy to the front. And again, I don't know if that's the direction that I'm looking at or if it's the direction that I'm moving here, but we're gonna try and stay in this field for that added level of protection. Up ahead though, I did... Oh, where is that coming from? That is coming from the town. Oh, we've got somebody inside that building. Dang it.
Man, 300 meters, bearing 060.
There we go.
200 meters to the right of us.
Yeah, I'm trying to be careful with my ammunition. I mean, I know to repack mags, that's an option for me, but I don't want to stop to repack mags. Oh, right up front. Okay, going prone. Alright, these guys are out in the open, so this should be a piece of cake, just as long as they're not able to see me or hit me here. They're going down pretty quick. Oh, more of them are coming through that way. Maybe we'll get some help from air. I don't know if they were going to drop bombs or anything. It doesn't look like it. We've got other guys that are being spotted. Oh, I think that might be a rock. Yeah, okay. That'll show the rock we mean business, though. I gotta keep moving. Okay, I think we got them all. Honestly, that really was not a bad engagement at all, considering we got caught completely by surprise. We were in the open, so were they, though. All right, time to keep going. Again, gonna use this elevated position just to kind of take a good look ahead. I think the next place we're gonna go to are those rocks. But now I'm like super worried about every town that I end up seeing, since we took that fire from that MG, from a second story of a building. I feel like there could be a lot more of those that are around here. This is gonna be the stiffest resistance that we come up against. So I know they're gonna throw everything they can at us. I just want to make sure that guy didn't pop up.
Contact rifleman.
Okay, where are we spotting him at? We're spotting a sniper and a rifleman. I just don't see where they're at, though. Oh, they're behind us. Just keep moving, guys. We get over that hill that they were just crossing. There's no way he's going to be able to hit us. Now, of course, if we go up onto some of these hills... Oh, good thing I was being really leery about some of those buildings. Once again, we got another MG position in the balcony up in that building up ahead. I may have to find a different position to start engaging them from. I mean, honestly, right here looks like it'll be good. Gonna have to really thread the needle, but he's down. All right, we're gonna keep everybody moving up. I'm just worried once we get up, taking a look at that particular hill, that's going to put us in a position where somebody else inside that town's going to be able to see us and open up on us. So it's kind of a risky move going this direction. But I think if I get up here too, I could also very well see where the fob is from here. Yeah, we're taking some more fire from that building. Oh, that's how it's done. We've still got the radio man up. As I mentioned earlier, he's going to be a lifesaver. And he's definitely being a major factor in us being alive for this long. Oh, that was awesome. I'm like super, like, I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm going to be able to get through this. With all the help that we've gotten from air, it has really made the difference. I don't think that we'd be in this situation that we are right now if it wasn't for that extra support. Okay, I'm still not seeing anything from the town here. Oh, dang it, they're up close. This is not gonna be good. I gotta go prone. I gotta hit them as they come up and over. I'm hit. Ah, dang it, I didn't make it. I was thinking that I was going to, but man, we both started heading for that hill, and they ended up getting up and over before we did. Well, that's going to be it here for this episode. Obviously, there's going to be more out of alternate history to come later on. I'm actually excited for the next episode and what that one's going to be. Big thanks to Wolf for Zeusing this one for me and kind of helping make this episode possible. Actually, really making this episode possible. Really appreciate support I'm getting for these series that I'm working on. So thank you guys for all of your support. If you want to support me, though, Patreon is the best way to do it. You can find a link in the description below. Also, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you made this all the way through, let's go Radio Man for the word. So put that in the comment section so I know that you've watched this episode in its entirety. It's always really cool to be able to see. Anyway, again, that's it here for this episode. So thanks for watching. War is hell. You don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your 6.